Yes, yes. Welcome, everybody. This is your girl,
Yes.
Zaharraa Geyhanna. And we'd like to say yes, 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 and welcome to Models Talk. We are going to talk about it. So let's do exactly that. Welcome in our guest. We have Miss Colleen, Kalina, Coco,
Kalina.
Kalina, Coco Everett.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Miss Carolyn Phillips. And we're
Yes.
going to say, oh, there she is. Hello.
Here I am. I'm on the phone. Okay, I changed devices. Hi, everybody.
Well, welcome,
Hi.
Miss Renee
Hi.
Lacey. Hey, how you
Hey, hey,
doing?
hey. Where
Hey,
there's a
hey,
will,
hey.
there's a way, right?
I know
Yes.
that's
Yes.
right.
God willing.
I'm telling you. I'm
Well, as
telling
you
you.
all know, we are talking about model coaching tonight. Interesting subject.
Hmm.
I got my documentation here. Okay. I got my little notes. And I want you all to know I truly appreciate you being here tonight to talk about this subject that is going a little crazy right now because everybody that walks think they can be a model coach. I don't agree with that. I want to talk about that because it takes a lot to become a model coach.
Hmm.
And if you are invested in yourself and you're going to invest money into coaching, you want somebody with some substance. That's the way I feel about it.
Hmm.
I don't think that model coaches can just walk one show, two shows, even 10 shows, and then call themselves model coaching. That's just
Yeah.
me. Okay. So, like I said, I have my little documentation here and I have things highlighted. So, let me start off by saying this. A model coach who has worked a wide variety of clients and agencies will have an experience to be able to fully advise you. True or not? Speak up. Anybody?
You know,
Um.
you go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, as a professional model coach, I've been coaching in this industry for 45 years. And speaking from my experience, I started out as a model, but learned very, very quickly that you could not do both.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make a decision to either be the model or be the managing coach
Mm-hmm.
and run a business,
Yes, ma'am.
And in making that decision is the best decision ever. I I did not crave to have to be on that stage.
Okay.
And I find that a lot of folks that want to coach, they still have a craving to have to be the model, be on the stage, be in the spotlight. And it ends up putting the person in competition where
Mm.
maybe
Hmm.
you don't mean to,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but it does. And I know that I have models that truly appreciate the fact that you're a real manager, a real coach. You got credentials behind you to
Yes.
support you, but the model needs that professional guidance, direction, and all. Not that person is standing right beside them trying to do the same thing that you're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Can I
Yeah.
with Miss Carolyn? How do you
Yeah.
feel about what Miss Lacey just said?
I think it's true. With with me, I know I wouldn't want to be a model coach
Mm-hmm.
because I crave the runway.
Mm-hmm.
That's just who I am. I want to be a runway model. Period.
Mm-hmm.
But since I've been in this industry over 40 years, if models come and ask my opinion of things, I want to share what I've learned over the 40 years. But
Right.
I would not want to tell them that I'm going to be or I am a model coach.
Uh-huh.
I'm just sharing with you
Mm-hmm.
what I've been through and what I was taught.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. And I hear you on that. I hear you on that. What do you think, Miss Coco?
Yeah, I agree with Carolyn, and it's funny because that's what I'm going through right now.
Mm.
Um, you
Tell
know,
us about
there are young ladies that are interested in modeling, and I've always been a mentor, even before I was like really into modeling. So mentoring is something I love doing. Reaching out to the young ladies and things of that nature. But yeah, I get a lot of people asking me advice. Young girls or their parents, because they see me on social media and they like my pictures. They like how I represent myself, and and I tell them my experiences, what I've done, what I've accomplished, what I didn't have to do to accomplish where I am. And I, can advise them, but I don't want to say that, to like necessarily be responsible, you know what I mean? As far as like, giving something in concrete. I just telling them what I've experienced, and things maybe with photo shoots, or especially someone that's never done a photo shoot. Because a lot of people think, from what I've experienced, that photo shoots is just getting in front of a camera and going on, just taking pictures. And I'm like, no, I take time. I get my outfit. I talk to the photographer, let them know what I'm, my idea, the concept, and it's a planning stage. So yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I see, I've seen in the last, just say in the last 6 months, I've seen models that have only been walking 2 years. All of a sudden, now they're coaches.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I would never do that.
Okay. No.
I have an issue with that.
Yeah.
And I have an issue with it because you have no substance behind you.
Exactly.
I don't care if you walked in 20 shows. That's not enough to be a representative of yourself to someone else and take their career in your hand to elevate them to the next level. That's not enough.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Ms. Renee, what do you think?
To me, it does boil down to your credentials.
Yes, ma'am.
And I run an agency, but I also have my model college, and the model college is set up in a step to success modeling system, and I could only do that by way of my knowledge and all that I've gained from working with my New York agencies, and by being in attendance, a member agency of the MAAI, the Modeling Association of America International, New York City. And over all my years, I consider being at that convention, being at the table of Elite or Next or IMG, and speaking with the top agencies and what they are looking for in reference to models walking into their doors to be ready. I consider that my doctorate. I have learned from the best of the best in the industry, and have earned numerous awards and plaques and all from the top agencies, top directors in the business, before I could even claim myself as a pro coach. And the way that we achieved that was by way of them actually seeing models on display in a variety of different categories, from being able to showcase yourself, meaning your speaking voice, that shows off your dress image, your overall personality and attitude, all the way to professional delivery in what we consider New York couture runway, all the way to delivering great voice in TV commercial, all the way down to delivering your professional photo work, having a layout of a pro portfolio to your comp card. All of those things have been taught to me, which allowed me to bring it right back to my community, position it inside of the agency, creating the step to success modeling system.
And that's what I'm talking about when I say having substance behind you.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I've been in the business 53 years. I'll be 59 in October. So it's going on 54 years.
You're looking good.
Thank you. I've been doing this thing for a very long time. I started off as a Sears and Roebuck's kid in the catalog. I was a token one black kid on the mini bike. In the Christmas books, in the Christmas catalogs back in the day, you know. And so I was at one, and then I did the Easter pageants and the Christmas pageants, and did that up until I was 12 and 13 years old. Then started doing stuff outside of Sears and Roebuck and the catalog people, and it just continued on, and it's always been a life passion of mine. So I feel that if I have that behind me, okay, I
Right.
feel that if I wanted to start coaching, I have substance behind me to say, I can do this with you to help elevate you to the next level, which you offer, Miss Renee, from your own agency. I mean, I know that, you know, I don't have quote unquote an agency behind me. Well, actually I do now, PMTM. But when it comes down to it, when it comes down to coaching, I'm not just going to give you advice on your walk. I'm
Right.
like you, Miss Renee. I'm going to talk to you about how you speak, how you present yourself, your posture. I'm going to talk to you about from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet with you, your self-esteem. I'm going to talk about your spirituality when you're out there. I want to see you smile. I don't need you to be, you know, all sour face when you're on the runway all the time, because that's not the way it's done all the time. You know, so I feel that I could go out and coach somebody if asked, because I have substance behind me, just like you do, Miss Renee, just like you do, Miss Carolyn. I mean, you want to be on the runway. You just said you wouldn't put yourself in a coaching position,
Right.
but you have substance behind you.
Exactly.
If you
Exactly.
chose to do that. Same with you, Miss Coco. You have substance behind you if you chose to go that way.
Right.
You know, and that's what they're lacking today
Right.
is substance before they open their mouths to say, I'm a coach. And you only been walking for 2 years.
The other part about that I have to say is that you can speak that all day long. You can say, I'm a coach. Okay. Have you put yourself in a position to actually do good business? Have you put yourself in a position to take the skills and all that you do have and put them in some type of a formula for your next client?
Exactly.
Or is it just something that you're just speaking? And that's what I see. It hurts a lot of us doing the right things in the industry when you have somebody that just did, because you did 5 shows. Okay, yes, now I'm a coach and I'm gonna take your daughter and I can show your daughter everything that I know. No, that's not how it works. Not at all. And if I was a parent with a child, no, I wouldn't be bringing her to you. People don't take the time. When I say doing good business, incorporate yourself, set yourself up in a studio, get your business license and your tax ID numbers, and really develop a website that actually shares who you are, what you're about, services and all that you do offer. Create and establish your brand as a coach.
And that's all a part of your brand.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we aren't just, well, we, I can say we aren't just one-sided. We're multiplicated. We're just multiple things. And that's all of us I know here on this screen right now. Okay.
Well, I find that with the models that I model with, they want to learn so much, and they don't have the tools, they don't have the money, they don't have the resources to go out and find the person that will direct them as to how to become a professional model. Some of them want to ask me, you know, what agency should I go to? Me personally, I said, I find that I don't know of any good ones, but 2 that I know of off the bat that I would refer or recommend any young model that wants to go there. And then another thing is that they're talking about the expense of going to these top agencies. The money. It's all money. But what are you going to give these young women, young men, or whoever for their money?
Exactly. Exactly.
their money.
And this is why it's important for us to look at the simple fact that, are we elevating them to the next level? That's what we're trying to do.
Exactly.
Right? You know,
Well,
I think that's part of a models coach's job.
Yeah.
I'd really like to speak to that. When you talk about the tools, number one, a company, an agency, or the school should actually have a really clear understanding of the types of tools that models and talent need today in reference to grow their individual brands. Again, it's a part of, we have that in our Step to Success program. We could speak that all day long, the features and the benefits of the model college. And we also have a small program for the children. It's called the iPop Kids Rock program for age 7 to 12 years old. So we can speak to the parent in reference to what they feel they're looking for their kids. And a lot of time for parents, they're actually looking to raise the child's personality development and self-esteem issues, overcoming shyness and things like that. And we have a great platform put in place for that. When it comes to the finances, we have found that we're able to position our costs to fit the marketplace. And as the economy moves, we have to move along with it. Because when it really comes down to coaching, I'm going to tell you something. In the arts industry, we're the last people that a parent is going to look at when they're trying to put food on the table.
Right.
And that's the truth. And you have to price accordingly to your market and to your community. Now, people will pay, they will pay good dollars for the right company, the right credentials, the right brand. And that, yes, they will. They'll pay good dollars for that. The other piece is return on investment. At our company, I found that if you're going to coach somebody, you better be able to take them somewhere. Right. And so within our Step to Success model system, once you have been coached, we have the opportunity for you to, of course, get into your fashion photography shoot, be on our registry for job orders and callbacks and things like that. We have a runway division that you have to qualify for if that is your interest. But a lot of the people that come, actually, they're looking to raise their self-esteem, their dress image, and be ready for corporate America, for those corporate jobs and all. But if you really want to get into the industry, yes, we can take you to Discover Me Showcase USA or the Model Association of America convention in New York City, where you can be discovered by the national agencies. And when it comes to working with Next or IMG or Elite, no, there is no money to get involved with the big companies. I don't know where that is coming from. I can actually walk you in the door. But when I walk you in the door, you have got to have your skills together and tight. I don't walk you in the door unless you have the skill and all that this agency is looking for, unless that book is put together and that comp card is put together. No, but it does not cost you a lot of money to get with the big agencies in New York City. No, it does not.
Okay, hold that thought, Miss Renee. Okay. It doesn't cost us a lot of money. What do you think about that, Coco?
Go ahead, Coco. I want to hear what you have to say, Coco.
I mean, from my experience, I've never signed with an agency. Okay, so I guess you could say that's freelance. So, but I mean, there were times when I was getting information about agencies, and I was told that people were asked to pay fees on it. You know, they were asked for money with agencies. So for me, it always made me nervous about wanting to be with an agency, because I knew I didn't have the money. You know, I didn't start modeling because I didn't have the support as a teenager, you know, to pursue my career. It was when I became an adult, and it was on me to get it done. So, but that's the experience that I had as far as even thinking about an agency. I just never, you know, tried to do that, because I knew that if what was being said about needing money, I knew I didn't have it. So I wasn't gonna waste anybody's time with that.
And good point, because you don't want to waste your time and you don't want to
Exactly.
waste anybody else's time.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where research comes into play and understanding who you're dealing with
Mhm.
when it comes
Well,
down to, I'm sorry.
I have to say this too. You have to understand what a registry is at an agency. And if you don't understand what a registry is, then you're always going to have these fictitious ideas of money, 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 money. Now, if you have the criteria that an agency is looking for, the registry is absolutely free. It should not cost you a dime, not at all. But you have to come with 3 to 5 years experience. Your resume and bios have got to be together. You've got to have something for that agency to be able to present to clients. You must be client ready. Billable, bookable, and bankable. I talk about it all the time. Now, if I look at a person that doesn't want to go through coaching, you don't want to be trained, but you want to have access to my registry and you have no experience at all, yeah, there's a fee for that because it's a risk to the agency as to whether or not I can really move you and present you to my clients with no experience. There is a difference. So I'll give you my fee. I charge actually $175 for 6 months just to test it and see if I can move you in the industry. Now, move from your local market and open the doors in New York City, walking into Elite or IMG or Next or Click. I'm going to tell you, you're going to be looking at paying for your model housing if you don't already have a place to actually stay in New York City. But they will bring you on board if you fit their model criteria. And 9 times out of 10, they have specifics in male models and female models that they want. You must be a size 4, size 6. If they have a plus size division, then yes, that door would be open to you. But look at your magazines. You see exactly what they're looking for. And they will bring you on board. Yes, they will. But they're going to put you on what they call a billable account, where in the end, if they're getting you jobs, you're going to end up being able to pay them back for any kind of photo work or any housing or anything like that. Yeah, there is contracts when you start talking about the national marketplace. Everything ain't free, but you can get in the door free with the right credentials. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Well, can I speak on that?
Yes,
Me
go ahead.
personally, I would never go to an agency.
Okay. And that's
That's my personal. I've been in it since 18. I'm 72
all right. Now I'm looking good and fabulous.
and will never go to an agency. That's my personal feelings. I've been down that route, and it wasn't very pretty. When models ask me, you have to decide. I cannot decide for you. I'm only telling you my experience
Well, Miss Carol,
in my 40
tell us
years.
what that experience was.
I was 18. I've been in the industry over 40 years. 18 years old, went to the 3 top modeling agencies: Barbara Zorn, Patricia Stevens, Worldwide Glamour, back then.
Right.
And I'm 72.
But those are schools. They're not an agency.
Those are
They're
schools.
schools.
Exactly. There are schools that I went to. Waste of my time more so than theirs, because never once in that school, when I got my little certificates, did I ever grace the runway for either 3. I was just another little black face that they took my money.
Yeah.
Then as time went by, as I told you, we formed our own group of models, Mahogany Rainbows. That's how we got recognition. That's how we got our shows, all black models. Then as time went on, there was an agent that asked me to join for a year with her. I was in my 60s then. I said, okay, I'm going to just try, see what happens. I'm not going to go into detail, but from that point on, that was my first experience, and that's my last, and it will be my last.
Okay.
That's my opinion. I'm 72 now. Been in the industry 40 years now, and doing phenomenal by God's grace.
As a freelance.
As a freelance.
Have you ever had a model coach? Have you
No,
ever had a
no,
coach?
no, no.
Hmm.
God was my
Interesting.
model coach.
All
No,
right now. Well,
no.
give it up
Never
for
had
God.
one. Never
All
had
right.
And I
one.
never went to school for it. I've never.
Mm-hmm.
I know mine is a gift from God because I've never been to school for it. I did have training on walking the runway, but as far as any type of schooling,
Hmm.
not even with photo shoots or anything.
Okay, so that you had training, so somebody had to coach you doing that.
Right, that's what I'm. Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, it was, yeah, that was about, yeah, a few. That was back when I was living in North Carolina. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, but I just never went to a school. I never went to a school. I never paid like a fee to, have classes or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hmm.
And that's okay. You know,
Yeah.
Miss
And
Carol,
she's good. She's more than good.
I already know that.
That's why I said it's a gift because I know I never went to, I never had, went to school or anything. So that's how
Well,
I
I
know
mean,
mine. I know mine is a blessing. Yeah.
well, I mean, I went to school and got my little certificate and stuff, but as I became a freelance versus somebody under a modeling school or anything like that, I didn't expect, I just wasn't expecting anything from them because I didn't feel like I got what I needed in the first place.
Okay.
You know, so that was just that, and so I had to go out as a freelance and do my thing, and that's how I ended up traveling across the states with the
Okay.
traveling group and modeling throughout my teenage years. You know,
Okay.
and going into, I mean, I retired at took a hiatus at 20, had my children at 21, and then started again at 24 in a different state. But I mean, I curtailed everything to the various states I was in. But I still never garnered a model coach and said,
Oh,
coach me, because I didn't find anybody that I felt was reputable.
right, right.
And I
Exactly.
was not
Exactly.
going to invest my time, money, and energy into something. When I do my research, I need you to have a substance behind you. And I didn't find that,
Uh-huh.
and so therefore I did not utilize a model coach to become Zaharraa Geyhanna. No. So that was God given. And all the experiences I had, and I studied the industry, that in itself was my coach. It's just studying the industry and what was going on. Okay. I have a question. We're talking about agency representation. We're talking about range, the years under your belt. Okay. When it comes down to uh, a model coach working, Miss Renee, and you can speak to this. When it comes down to working for an agency, what are the expectancies of said model coach to coach another person?
Are you speaking about when it comes to me sending a model out on a job to work with an agency, or
What is the expectancy? What should I expect from you to do for me
Mm,
for whatever dollars I'm bringing to the table?
mm. That's a good question.
okay, well, first of all, I want to say this,
Mhm.
that the quality must go in before the name Cameo goes on anybody if you're coming through our model college. And I want to give kudos to the ladies that are on the line tonight. I hear you. You're all seasoned. I just turned 70 years old
All
on
right.
September the 4th.
Oh,
So
happy birthday.
Happy belated.
thank you. Thank you.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
But I do understand where you all are coming from, and I'm so sorry for your experiences in the past. I hear stories like that a lot. But at Cameo Models International, people can expect results. Number one, we
Okay.
are an award-winning company. We have over 458 international fashion awards under our belt.
Yeah.
And we offer experience, expertise, and excellence in the area of teaching the theory of runway, the theory of voice and TV commercial, the theory of fashion photography. It boils down to me digging deep with them and helping them to understand their why. Why are you coming into this industry? Why do you feel this passion to want to walk the runway, or this passion to want to deliver voice and TV commercial, or this passion to want to be in front of the camera? And what is it in the end that you feel that you want to achieve or to be able to give back? Once I understand my discoveries in my questions with my clients, I actually know where to take them within the fashion model product and that we do offer. The product is stellar. And like I said, it offers the step to success model system as we're working online as well as in the studio. And I am telling you, it's a result oriented program that we have that leads them to success in meeting and working with clients, meeting and being able to get into our fashion runway division. The fashion runway division at Cameo Models is busy this fall, so there's opportunities there. And then opportunities for them to go to next levels, which is working in the national market. Not everybody I meet wants New York level, and I understand that. You have to meet the client right where they are. But I do have that certain few that I meet from time to time that wants to compete in the big market, New York City, where, you know, there's over 20,000 wannabes in New York already trying to make it as a model or an actor. But yes, we can take you there if that's what your heart desire is. Absolutely. So there's many features, many benefits in working with us at Cameo Models International.
Okay.
Now, you know what?
Miss Coco, go ahead and go, and then I'll let you go, Miss Carolyn.
Okay.
No, I was asking, is there an age limit? Because I know some of them have age limits with the agencies, which has been.
I don't. We have divisions. Okay. Our children's division is age 7 to 12. We have a petite model division. We have the high fashion female and male, the teen division age 13 to 19, the young adults 26 to 27. But anybody that's 27, 37, 47, 57, 67, 77, that's our trendsetter division, and it is phenomenal.
Well, see, that's great to know. You know,
yes.
That's this. You're dropping pearls of wisdom and giving us perfect information that we would need to go on. And you know, there are agencies that have a senior division that we will all be a part of. Okay. And the thing is, when we get there, you know, our expectancies of what coaching should be about, you know, hopefully we would have done our research and making sure that this is where we need to be. And they have something to offer us and not just put us aside, you know.
No, Zaharraa, I spoke on this.
I know we're hot right now, Miss Renee. I know we're hot.
Well, Zaharraa, I spoke on this. I spoke on this last week in reference to the trendsetter, because there were several trendsetters on the live last week. And I encourage them all to actually really look at the value in your brand. The trendsetter is extremely in demand. And if you're not marketing your brand, if you're not really paying attention to the value of the trendsetter, you should be, because the advertisers are looking for those that are 37, 47, 57, 67. You still got it going on to represent the higher end products in the industry, such as Mercedes-Benz, the banking industry, the insurance industry, the high end vacation resorts. They are looking for the trendsetter to represent. And if you are not honing in on that with your local agencies, or if you, I'll say it like this, put your portfolio together, get your comp card together, and beat the streets with the advertising agency and book yourself. That's where you're going to become billable, bankable, and bookable. Do it.
That's great advice for us freelance models, because we have portfolios. We have a hard copy portfolio. We know how to go out and hustle. You know, if this is what we want, this is what we're going to do, is go hustle. But in the meantime, we have to know where we put our money. If we need that extra coaching, you know, it's going to be with a reputable individual, which comes back to doing your research on who's going to coach you and where you're
Well,
going to go. Miss
we
Carolyn,
coach,
you had something you wanted to say,
Okay.
Miss Carolyn.
Now, I've never even heard of your agency. So this is what I'm trying to say. There are agencies out there that are not we don't know about. Models don't know about some of these agencies. This was my first time meeting you and knowing about your agency.
great, great,
So
great, great.
that and that's a hard thing for African Americans. We don't know.
We're not in the know.
When
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
We're not in the know.
That's the
But
problem that this industry has. A lot of models just don't know.
but that comes back to doing research on who you're dealing with, does it?
Well, and I'm going
Yeah.
to tell you that I decided a long time ago to make myself aware in my research and find out why I didn't know what was going on in the national marketplace and how come African Americans were not fitting in and being a part of the inside of the industry. That's what the Model Association of America in New York showed me.
Uh-huh.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, it set us separate and apart from everybody else and really got us in the mainstream of what's happening in the national marketplace and how to get in, how to open up those big doors and make it happen. So I'm grateful for that invitation that took place for us in the early 90s at our agency. And it's been the best thing ever, 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 to really understand how to operate a model agency, operate a modeling school, and actually graduate students that were ready to meet and greet Next and IMG and Click and all the big doors that would open for the models in New York City. So grateful for that. So grateful.
Well,
I learned the formula. Yeah.
wouldn't it behoove us as models, ladies, you know, as freelance models, if we decide to do some extra, and I'm just saying an if, okay, proposing a synopsis and scenario here,
Hmm.
decide to go out and do some extra training on with what we've already learned and what we already have under our belts to fit into, I don't want to say the normalcy of the industry right now, but to take us beyond the normalcy of the industry. If we can do that and invest in ourselves and get a good coach from a reputable agency or a reputable coach that's got some substance under their belt, would it not behoove us to do that so that we can consistently level up and elevate ourselves, ladies?
Me, I'm
Any
gonna speak for me
comment?
personally. Now I'm at that age. No, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay.
okay.
And
I'm okay.
I ain't mad at you for that.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I am okay.
What about you, Miss Coco?
I mean, I'm always like open to like knowledge, like to hearing different things, like what may be going on. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I enjoy learning different things and just getting ideas. So,
Well, I'm the same way. I
mhm.
enjoy taking in wisdom and learning new techniques and learning new ideas. And that's why I study. You know, I mean, I watch probably 10 fashion shows a week. I read different blogs.
Hmm.
I read different articles from different magazines. You know, that's me. That's what I do in
Mhm.
order to keep myself elevated. In order, if somebody came to me and said, Ms. Zaharraa, would you mind coaching me? I can
Mhm.
say, okay, this is what I've learned. You know, this is
Hmm.
where I am. And if
Hmm.
you're willing to invest that time with me and that money with me, then this is what I can do for you and take you here. Now, we'll go to the next level. I can take you here, but we're going to go to the next level together.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You know, and it would be upon me to mentor them, like you said, Miss Coco. I've been a mentor all my life. I've
Mhm.
all my mother and father used to call me the Pied Piper because I've always had children around me,
Right.
always,
Mhm.
and I'm always guiding somebody to do X, Y, and Z. So
Mhm.
with that being said, if I could take someone and put them in a position where they're doing better than when they started with me,
Right.
then I have elevated them, and that's what
Absolutely.
a model coach is
Mhm.
supposed to do.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what a model coach is supposed to do, is to help you get to the next and take you outside of your normalcy.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Take you out of that normalcy and make you uncomfortable in order to push you forward.
Right.
And that's what you're paying me to do, is to take you beyond where you are. That's why you came to me in the first place, to coach you. You trusted me enough to come to me and say, I need help. And I
Right.
Mhm.
enough to put in the work and the time and the investment for me to train you.
Mhm.
And hopefully we can get there together in the end,
Mhm.
because all I want to do is see you grow.
Oh, of
Right.
course. Yeah.
You
And with me,
know?
with the, I don't have to do a lot of castings. They'll ask me if I'm available.
Mhm.
Mhm,
With me, when the producers reach out and say, I'm doing a show, are you available?
mhm.
I always share all the castings that I get with all the models that I model with,
Mhm.
because this is the way it should be done.
Yes, ma'am.
Then I ask the producers, if I'm in, do you need other models?
Yes, ma'am.
And if they say yes, then I in turn bring other models along.
And
This
Mhm.
is the way,
your
this
word,
is the
right, Miss
problem
Carla?
that we're having. Everybody is in for it, into this industry for themselves.
Hmm.
And it's a big industry. It's enough for all of us. And every one of us should be sharing with other models.
And I call that model love, Miss Carolyn. I call that giving model love. You know,
Yes,
you share the wealth, you share
Mhm.
knowledge, you share your
yes,
wisdom.
yes,
If they come to you and ask you, either you can give your opinion or you can't.
exactly, exactly,
One or the other.
exactly,
When it comes to
exactly.
sharing information as far as model castings and things like that, it's enough for everybody to eat.
Everybody, exactly.
It really is. I mean, we can all sit down at the table. What flavor you bring it? You know,
Mhm.
I mean,
Hmm.
people ask you to do that, Miss Carolyn, and come in and maybe bring other models in with you.
Hmm.
Trust
Hmm.
me, because you have substance.
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
You
And
have
they trust me. They know that when I'm coming in with the best,
absolutely,
Yeah.
with the best.
absolutely.
Understatement. Yeah.
And I know you, Miss Coco. I know you don't have step. You know, okay, sister, I give you your kudos, baby. And
Thank
Miss
you.
Carolyn, you got yours. Miss Renee, you get it too. Everybody on this panel got the kudos today. And y'all some bad women.
Thank
Yeah, thank you.
You're a force to be reckoned with, and people need to watch out for you, because
you.
I've seen your progression and your growth. You
Hmm.
It's
be it
crazy that we're on the call
or not.
tonight together because Carolyn and I do shows together all the time. We're both in Maryland, and well, I haven't within the last few years due to a car accident,
Mhm,
but before that, yeah. I mean, like she
Hmm.
said, she's telling the truth because there've been events, shows that she got me in,
mhm.
or a photo shoot. If she knows something, she share. I mean, and the last couple of years, she's still, you sure you're not ready? I'm like, no. But yeah, because I'm still healing, but I'm a lot better than I was because I was in a head-on collision. So
All right.
I'm a lot better. But yeah,
Well,
it's go ahead.
Lewis got a coach versus instructor. There are coaches and there are instructors.
Hmm.
There, it's two different things. You know,
So are both of the ladies on the Zoom tonight, are you all paid models? And if so,
Yes,
what is your pay
yes.
scale?
Maybe
It
that.
What is your pay?
depends. Well, with me, it depends on the show. They'll ask me what my fee is, some of them. I really love doing fundraisers free, because especially if it's for a worthy cause, I'm strictly for that all the way.
So
Fundraisers,
you,
yes.
so you're just having fun in the industry. That's what
I
you're
love
doing.
it.
You're not.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
That brings a little bit more clarity to me
I
to
love it.
understand
Yes, I love
where
it.
you are.
But
Because models at Cameo Models International, if we have paid shows and when the models are coming in, if people don't know what the pay scale is for a new model, you can actually be at a level of exposure only to maybe 25, maybe $75 a show. But as pro models and seasoned models are in the industry, your pay scale should be anywhere from 175 to 50, maybe $500 a show.
which is what I get,
And so,
or more,
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say.
and more than that. Now I just did. I just signed my contract for the Congressional Black Caucus in
Oh,
DC. This is
okay,
my second year, and I had
okay,
they had booked me the last year, and they booked me for this year. So I just signed my contract for them.
very
congratulations.
good.
Big
Fabulous.
time,
That's
big
fabulous.
Mhm.
time.
That's fabulous. Go on, Miss
That's
Carol.
very good.
Yes, yes. 3 days.
Okay, we're down
Yeah,
to
yeah.
30 seconds. This last 5 minutes is your final thoughts. And I want you to tell us a little bit about what's going on with you and where you're going and what show you got coming up. Miss Lacey, Miss Renee Lacey, give it to me. What you got?
Okay, Cameo Models, the runway division is very busy this fall. We're so excited about it. September the 30th, we're going to be doing the Macy's on 31st Street fashion event, a brand new
Oh,
fashion line coming out by them. We're so excited about the presentation of that. And October 28th, we're doing the United Parents Against Lead Poisoning fashion show and gala. Really thrilled about that. And then November, we have Discover Me Showcase USA, November 17th and 18th. That is coming up. And for those that really want to challenge yourself as a model talent, we're going to put Discover Me Showcase USA, put you in front of national agents to discover you. I love it because you put your money and where your mouth is. You put your skill on that stage, and the national agents make decisions to actually sign you to their agencies. And we've learned in the industry, you can be signed to several different agencies and still freelance across the board. So I
absolutely.
love Discover Me Showcase USA and what it's going to be bringing to our community and to the models and talent that are all around the DMV and across the world. Very, very excited about it. So we're busy. We're going to finish the fall season well. Yes, we are.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Renee. It sounds wonderful. Everything you're doing is fabulous. And thank you for all the enlightenment and wisdom you brought to us again. You know, we
Welcome.
really appreciate you. You know, thank you. I mean, you're a work. I just got to pick your brain one day.
I got you.
Miss Carolyn,
I got you.
Miss Carolyn, what you got coming up?
Oh my goodness. I have 5 shows, would you believe it, in a row. I have 3 for the Congressional Black Caucus, and then the other 2 is for Artscape in Baltimore.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, 2
Yeah.
days. Yes,
Do it.
yes.
Do it, sis.
And
I'm
then I'll
ready.
be flying next Wednesday, to Sheen Magazine, Atlanta.
All right.
Yes.
Yes. Do that thing. Congratulations. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
I appreciate you being on the show this evening.
I loved it. I
So
love
much.
it. Yes.
Thank you so much. I am going to be having my guests come back with different people, you know. Miss Coco, what you got
I
going on, mama?
I'm working on my a photo shoot, video shoot. I think I'm gonna have to go to New York to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it to put my website together. So
Okay.
yeah, I got to figure out. So I'm looking
And we're
forward
gonna
to
see
that.
more of them gorgeous pictures.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, honey, because you bad in your shots. I am
Thank you.
not mad at you. Your decolletage got it going on, girl. All
Yeah,
is stunning. You know,
thank
I
you.
love you when you do your off the shoulders. That's beautiful.
Thank
That's
you.
beautiful. You're
Thank
welcome. Thank
you.
you for being on. I appreciate you so much.
Well, it
You
was a
know,
pleasure.
oh, no problem. And I want you all to come back. Of course, Miss Lacey, you know you're gonna come back and see me. You know, we're gonna have to talk off the air anyway.
Okay, if you say so. I'd
Yes,
be glad
ma'am.
to.
You
Are
know,
both of you ladies located in Atlanta? Are both of you? Are
I'm
you
in
both?
Atlanta. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You in Atlanta?
Yes, I'm in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. You're in Atlanta. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Lacey, you're in Virginia, right, Miss Lacey?
Yes, I'm out of Richmond, Virginia, but we actually, we connect with people all over the world. We actually
Right.
run an online model college as well, and it allows us to be able to reach out to people from Kansas City, Ohio, California, wherever you are, you can chime in to our
Oh,
model
okay.
college, absolutely,
Oh,
for the
okay.
knowledge and that type of thing. So we have programs set up just for that purpose. Absolutely.
Well, I'd
Okay.
like to know an overview of this conversation. What did you think? Anybody, just chime in.
I thought it was awesome. I
Mhm.
really did. I enjoyed it very, very much.
Thank
Yes,
you.
very much. I
Thank you
enjoyed it.
so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is
I
to
enjoy
learn.
it as well. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I enjoy talking to people that, in different avenues. 'Cause I feel like we all have something different, even though Carol and I both are models, but we all have our own backgrounds. So I'm always open minded to learning different things, whether it's agency talk or coach talk or whatever the situation is, especially related to fashion or entertainment. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it.
Well, I thank you once again for being on the show. And Miss Lacey, Miss Renee Lacey.
Yes, yes. It's been my pleasure to be here with you all. And it's always interesting to learn about the different genres of the industry and what folks are
Hmm.
doing and how they're achieving their goals, their dreams, and working in their passion. It's I'm always learning something new and different all the time, every day. And I always feel that if you can't be in this business and actually learn and grow and expand, how can you flourish to be the best that you can possibly be? So I love the platform. I feel like
Oh,
I have a
thank
life
you.
that operates in expertise, experience, and excellence. And Models Talk is bringing it. I'd like to see some more young ladies on here to actually gain the knowledge and
Well,
all that's being brought forth.
it's not
Uh,
easy.
Hmm. That's
It's
a
not
good
easy.
idea.
Come on.
Yes,
yeah, it is. It
I
it
can
really,
good
really
idea.
is.
try, you
It's
know.
it's much needed. They need the wisdom from every woman on this platform.
Yes,
Absolutely,
yes,
Ain't that the
exactly.
truth?
Good
absolutely,
idea. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
absolutely. And I think it was Carolyn or Coco. One of you mentioned this having the opportunity to be able to come together, grow together, work together. I think that I know that my mind is open to that and being able to create some type of a universal model guild
Mhm.
Hmm.
where people
I
can
tell you,
chime in to get this knowledge, get this
Right.
Yes,
this
wisdom,
is what I
yes.
was
so they
saying.
can
Yeah.
really, really grow. And I'm truly open to being on the executive board. If
Well,
somebody
see,
want
I
to
was
step up
talking
and
about,
make it happen, I'm ready.
That
I
is
was
an
talking
I
about
awesome
would,
idea.
yeah,
consortium,
I would definitely participate in
to do
something
a
like that.
Yes,
consortium of
yes,
Yes,
models and old school, new school, in between
yes,
school, of
yes,
all of us coming together and having somewhere where I want models, and what Models Talk is a place or platform where people can come, say what they need
hmm
to say, learn
hmm
things, and
Right.
feel judged.
Right.
yes,
We got to get from behind these curtains and be out of the corners and the shadows.
yes,
We're
hmm,
just
yes,
pretty faces or pretty
hmm,
bodies
yes,
to be
hmm.
seen. We have brains and mouths,
Right.
that we have voices that
Yes.
need to be heard as well. In order for things to be better, in order to do better, you got to be better. In order to be better, you got to do better. So just be
yes,
better.
yes.
Exactly.
And I
Just be
believe
better.
that we can. I truly believe that we can, with all the knowledge that
Hmm.
you all that's accumulated amongst all of us. Oh my goodness.
Yes. And I
I'm
like
all
to
about
do something in person.
Oh,
I'm very personal. I
the.
like to do it, in person with models.
absolutely. I mean,
So you're looking face to face on here, but it's the difference in
yeah,
person
when
to
it's
me.
in person, you're
Well,
absolutely
Exactly.
right.
Discover
I
Me Showcase USA putting on an event like that helps me to actually gather people in one place. But I agree with what you're saying, Carolyn, too. I'm from DC in Maryland area. I got family all up there. So, you know, to be able to have Models Talk set up a weekend seminar where folks can come to, think about it. Come on now. Where they can come and we can have breakout workshops and things like that. Each one of us can just give the $1 million nuggets and all, and just really they'll walk over.
Thought about Louis and I have already talked about these things. This is on you know, so I just want you to know that that's already in the works in our brains, and we're putting pen to paper on how to get things done. So it's coming. Just give me a little time. Give me a little time. You know, I got some things going on that I need to, that are family oriented, that I need to deal with. And first and foremost is family. So, you know, in the meantime, the planning, the research is all going into it, Miss Lacey. I promise you, we are going to have a consortium, and we're going to have a weekend of Models Talk. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Yes. This is your girl, Zaharraa Geyhanna. I want to say thank you, ladies, so much. It's
welcome.
5 minutes, 23 seconds, and it's right on time. I'm going to say thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Nice meeting you, Lacey. We got to talk.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you all. We got to talk. We got to talk. Yes.
Good night. Hey, Miss Renee.
Yes. Love you, Zaharraa. Take care.
Thank you, Miss Renee.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.